Hey guys, it is February 1st, 2017. We've been out the last 3 days plowing. Was out this morning cleaning up a few properties, and got a nice sunny day today, about 40 degrees. So just out in the shop getting some things tidied up. I'm going to be throwing together some videos, some of the work we do, properties we maintain, and just kind of give a story of my company and myself. So I figured I'd start today and first video give a little rundown of my story, the equipment that I have, and just give you a little insight into the business. I started this business in the spring of 2014. I went into my accountant's, filled out the paperwork for an LLC. Put an ad in the paper, got a call, went out, gave an estimate, got the job, and I remember sitting there and being like, I have no idea how I'm going to do this work. I didn't own a tool, I didn't own any equipment, I couldn't afford to buy anything, so I actually ended up buying or borrowing my dad's wheelbarrow and tools, and went out, did the job. Customer liked it. They actually hired me for a few other jobs, and just built it from there. A lot of hard work over the last 3 years to get to here, but it's definitely been worth it. So we'll start with the equipment. First thing is a 2012 Rayco RG1635 stump grinder. I got this in the middle of last year from an older gentleman down in PA. It's got about 250 hours on it. He took really good care of it. It looks brand new. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of equipment to run. It's some people find it boring. You're just kind of standing there doing nothing, but it's kind of nice to be destructive sometimes and tear up some stumps. So this is that, like I said, 2012 Rayco RG1635. Next piece here is my mower. It's a 2010 Walker 48-inch, 23 horsepower. I think it's got about 1,900 hours. I bought this at the beginning of last year. We got a huge hike in properties that we maintain, so I ended up going out and getting a nice mower. I love these things since the first day I've ever used one, and I knew I would buy one someday. So once we got the right amount of properties, I went out and got myself one. It's a great cut, great machine, and I'm happy to have that. Next this is actually a 1989 John Deere 48-inch walk behind. This is what I started cutting my properties with. It's a great mower. It just goes. It leaves a nice cut. It doesn't get used too much now, kind of on the trailer as a backup since I got the Walker, but I'll tell you what, it's definitely made me some money. Next is an Exmark Metro 48-inch. I've actually never used this. It got an oil leak at the beginning of last year, and I took it apart. Never got around to fixing it just because I didn't need it, so it's kind of just sat. But the goal is to get this fixed up here in the next month and get that out on the trailer to replace the John Deere over here. Back there, I don't even know what that is. I think it's a 21-inch Honda. It only goes out on 1 or 2 properties for areas that we can't get the bigger ones in. It's really pretty obsolete, so it just kind of sits in here. But that's it for the main pieces of equipment. Got some wheelbarrows over there, our handhelds over here, chainsaws, backpack blowers, generator. Over here, got the leftover grass seed and fertilizer from last year, just some odds and ends. Those shelves are actually usually pretty packed, but haven't really restocked this year. We'll kind of wait till spring to do that. Over here is the work area. It's messy. Haven't been using it much again with being the winter, but that's usually pretty clean. Gets a lot of work. Up here I made a little chart for all my maintenance and records and things that need to be fixed. And then probably one of the most important things of the shop is the mini fridge over here. It is completely bone dry right now, but is fully stocked in the summertime. So if you guys ever need something, that's where you got to go. Over here we have just the hand tools up on the wall, shovels, rakes. You know, try to keep it pretty organized off the ground, gives us a little more space. So that is the shop area. I call it a shop. It's not really a shop, it's actually just a 3-car garage in my backyard. I think it's probably about 500 or 600 square feet, but it's been perfect for what I need. We're starting to get a little packed in here, but for right now, it's absolutely perfect. So we'll head outside. We'll look at some of the trucks and the trailers. Here's the guard dogs. They're pretty worthless, but I love them. They won't guard anything, but they'll definitely give you some kisses, that's for sure. So outside here, we have probably one of the best pieces of equipment I ever bought. It is a 14-foot Gator-made dump trailer. I bought this about 2 years ago. It goes on every single job. It holds about 5 tons, 10 yards of mulch. It is awesome. It's got the ramps on there so you can load up equipment. We put skid steers in there, the stump grinder. Like I said, about 5 tons. So we've hauled some pretty good things with that. That thing is awesome. It goes on, like I said, every job with us. Over here is 16-foot open trailer. This carries our mowers. This was actually the first big piece of equipment I bought. Bought it from a guy down in Columbus. Paid a pretty good, got a pretty good deal on it, and it's definitely made me my money. So yeah, that's the trailers. Over here we have the trucks. Actually just picked this up. It's a 2011 Ford F350. It's got about 63,000 miles on it. It's pretty much strictly going to be a work truck. I've been just kind of riding around the past couple days, but I mean, it's pretty basic, you know, nothing too much to see. Been throwing around the idea of getting one of these for probably about the last 5 or 6 months, but it'll definitely open up some opportunities for me. There's been a lot of times where we've needed the second truck on a job, or you know, wanted to send the crew out and do some work, but I needed my truck. So this has definitely been a good purchase. It's going to be a good purchase. So once spring comes, we'll get it set up with the plow and all that stuff. But it's actually getting decals next week. But yeah, for right now, it's just kind of sitting. So over here is 2009 F250. This is my everything truck, personal, work, family truck. It's got the 8-foot bed on it, which is awesome. Extended cab, back seat, toolbox. Really nicely equipped. It's got leather inside, you know, heated seats. It's actually kind of too nice to be a work truck, which is another reason why we got the other one. Kind of keep the wear and tear off of this one, but this thing's been awesome. I've had it for about 1.5 years, and it's been great. So yeah, that's the personal one. So that's the rundown on the equipment and the trucks and trailers. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be throwing together some videos. It's kind of slow right now, but once spring comes, we'll get some good stuff out there for you. You know, jobs we're on and the equipment we use and all that stuff. So just goes to show you that started from literally nothing. You know, a wheelbarrow that wasn't even mine, tools that weren't even mine, and in less than 3 years been able to build it to this. So keep up the hard work, put your mind to it, and go get what you want. Thanks.